ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930 present The Drive.
Elmore deep, left side three, it's good! From 30 feet, John Elmore!
The Drive with Paul Swann.
Welcome into the Monday edition, The Drive, coming to you live from the Union Pub and Grill, 1125 4th Avenue in Huntington. Paul Swann and Dave Walsh with you. We are here until 6 o'clock this evening. We'll take your phone calls this hour on the Miller Lite phone lines at 877-420-TALK. That is 877-420-8255. Now, when I walked into the Union today, Dave, of course, everybody's friendly, happy to see me. Service is always the best. And guess what?
Yes.
I think Herb is turning this place into a Petco.
I didn't mention that, yeah.
Yeah, we got I don't even know this dog's name, but this is the friendliest dog, just patrolling right now, just taking a little nap, listening to the show.
Yeah. Maybe Herbie signed up with them out there. They got a little
I guess you can bring
partnership.
your animals now to the Union.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got like water bowls. Maybe you can get like some milk duds.
There you
milk
go.
bone? No, well, milk bones.
Milk bone. Milk duds, you're going to have a problem.
Well, I don't know.
That's true.
Dogs would eat anything.
That's true. Put it down there, it's gone.
Exactly. So we are here today until 6 o'clock. And, of course, tomorrow we're going to be back at Marshall. Round 3, the quarterfinals of the CIT. Marshall got the bye all the way to the quarterfinals. So the Thundering Herd tomorrow night taking on Presbyterian, and you're already excited about that.
Well, you think about it. The first game they played, Ooey Pooey, as I call them. All the years we have worked, it would come across, you'd read it, and then last Tuesday they're here. And then the other day, all the years of Presbyterian down in South Carolina and the Blue Hose nickname, and then they win the game yesterday. So now the Blue Hose are coming to town. A couple more items off the bucket list.
Is that really your bucket list?
But it's kind of neat, you think.
Are you sure?
Ooey Pooey and the Blue Hose. The only thing weird is you take a week at a time to play this tournament.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, well, I mean, Marshall, I guess, as high a seed as they are, they deserve it. They get it. You know, hey, Presbyterian played yesterday, won, had to travel here.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
After all, this is a tournament in which you pay to host.
Right.
And everything you make over the fee to host, you get to keep.
Right. And what they have, almost $4,000 in the first game, something like that?
The attendance was close to that.
Yeah, because compared to the other games, and I'm sure tomorrow, although the scoring record is gone, he's got it, but
the history, the thing that people were talking about, I want to see history, that is not there anymore. No. Now, on the one hand, you've known that Marshall's going to be playing for a while on a Tuesday. That was kind of let out.
And then you know who they're going to play finally.
You found out. Is that going to be the deciding factor? Hey, I'm going to go watch the Herd play Presbyterian. You're making a face there like you're not excited about that.
Well, we have to be there, so to speak. But
I'd go anyway.
But if you're a Marshall basketball fan, the way Dan Toney has talked about it, we make it entertaining. This is another chance to see it. Because at some point in time, the Elmore and CJ and the gang, they will eventually not play here anymore. So you get to see them again. Hopefully, and again after tomorrow night.
You get 3 opportunities possibly.
Right.
Tomorrow, you get next Tuesday, and then Thursday for the championship game.
Right. And they prove to be a good host. They put people in the seats, and they provide entertainment and record setters.
But you're not excited. Your face showed me earlier. You're like, Presbyterian.
Presbyterian, yes, but at the same time, right before I came in, I was looking on my phone, and I could not believe that somebody, Clear Something or other is the name out there, has a perfect ballot. There's only one left. Somebody has a perfect ballot through the weekend, and I'm going, how did they do it?
Well, my CIT bracket is perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only bracket I care about.
This is, 48 out of 40, whatever it is. I mean, how did they – the only one that really remotely came through for me was Oregon. That's about it. Rest of them, the first weekend you're like this or your delete button if you did it electronically. And this person has a perfect ballot.
See, I like this. This show's kind of schizophrenic on Monday.
Yes.
So we're talking about Marshall, and then boom, we're going right into the bracket.
Yeah, well.
No segue. We're just swerving right in.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Your bracket's not perfect.
No.
Mine's not either.
No. But, Marshall, the men, don't forget the women play, I think, tonight.
The women do play tonight, and the men play tomorrow. The women are going to play Appalachian
rematch.
State.
It was a Southern Conference tour. Davidson.
I like it.
Yeah. Hey, if they win this one, word is they might get to play a home game if they can get this one. But Appy got them the first time pretty good.
I would take that.
Yeah.
I think
Tony's done a good job.
Herd fans should show up. If Marshall gets a home game after beating Appalachian State, Herd fans should show up.
Yeah. Both coaches, Mike's got him Danny, with Mike's help, has got him going. And then Tony's done it. What a job he's done.
That's Mr. Hamrick to you.
Yes.
You've not been on 60 Minutes. He has. So that's Mr. Hamrick to you.
Mr. Hamrick and Mike is in Danny's brother.
We're going to talk about that later, but just on the surface, I thought it was a well-done job by Mike Hamrick representing Marshall in the gambling issue. But we'll get into that later.
Okay.
Let's save that for later.
All
we
right.
got plenty to talk about, of course,
Yeah.
with both Marshall basketball teams still in action. And, of course, the women tomorrow. Tonight, taking on Appalachian State and the men tomorrow. But this has been a great, I think, consolation prize for Marshall so far. They get to play some extra basketball, move the program forward at the same time. Shayna Gore gets to play some more basketball, and trust me, she's probably chewing on the hardwood right now. She wants to get right back out there.
Exactly.
Because she knows it's over. And the thing is, for the women's game, when it's over,
It's
over.
pretty much over.
Does she have a shot at the WNBA? I don't know.
I don't know.
But it's over for most of these young ladies once it's done. The men have maybe a couple more outlets. And, again, it's over mostly for them too. But does John Elmore have an opportunity for the NBA? Of course he has an opportunity. And if that doesn't work out, his plan is to probably go play overseas. And then come back as eventually get into the coaching ranks. Yeah. He's got a plan. I don't know what CJ's direct plan is, but I'm sure CJ's going to put his name in the hat as well for the NBA.
I would think so.
And then maybe he plays overseas. I mean, you've got guys who have played for Marshall basketball that you know and love, like a Shaq Johnson, still playing in the overseas leagues. He's making a career of it.
And some of those leagues pay very well.
Yeah.
You get living quarters, money. I mean, it's like unbelievable. They do well. They wouldn't be there if they weren't being compensated well.
And maybe that means a coaching position eventually for some of these guys who want to maybe keep their career alive in a different fashion, but ultimately you want to play. And if these guys want to play, they'll go play overseas.
Yeah, go and play, get the experience, and then, Danny played, coached, and now he's passing on his knowledge. And who knows, say 10 to 15 years down the road, John Elmore's not coaching somewhere and some little players come along and he molds them. And I think that'd be a pretty good teacher to have, John, or CJ, teaching you the art of basketball. I could think of two pretty good people to teach you the game.
Well, they have come up the right way.
Yep.
They stayed their entire career at Marshall. That's a plus. You don't see that for a lot of teams.
Danny made a big point after that one game and said these guys came here because they wanted to. Could have gone somewhere. They wanted to be here. And every time they step on the floor, they represent Marshall to the utmost. And that's all you can ask.
The thing is, Marshall's not a program, and not too many programs are like this, where they can go out and get the very top talent, have them play for a year, and then recycle.
Right.
Duke, Kentucky can do that. I don't know of too many other programs that can pull that off. It's a different style, and, of course, Kentucky was doing that for so long, and then Duke decided, you know what, we can do that better.
Yeah. John Calipari got it going, and then Krzyzewski said, well, we better join them or they're going to stay ahead of us. So, like Zion Williamson, better watch him next few games because he's going to be playing for a lot of money this time next year.
So we're here today at the Union Pub and Grill, and I'm sure this is going to be a place to be on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Of course, you've got the NCAA tournament continuing, and, of course, we will have those games for you right here on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930 if you can't catch them. I listened to a lot of games this weekend. It was pretty nice to have the round-the-country coverage, and we'll have that again coming up later this week. So we've got a lot to get into. The women, of course, are in round number 2, or technically the quarterfinals. Yeah, they are taking on Appalachian State. It's going to be 6:30 p.m., and guess what? You can actually watch this game. It's on ESPN+.
We can find it?
Well, I can find it. You don't have ESPN+.
By the time I figure it and find it, it'll be over.
Don't you have someone that can show you how to? I mean, Herb can get ESPN+ here. Herb Stanley. That guy knows how to get ESPN+.
Yesterday at the softball game, Mr. Epplin had the CIT game on. We were watching Presbyterian and Radford, whoever they were playing.
Robert
Morris. He had that game on. We were watching it as they played softball. I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
Well, it's called a computer.
Yeah. Exactly. And then he told me what he had to go through to do it, but he did it.
He got it.
Yeah.
It's called a computer. I'll get you one.
Okay. I have a computer.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you know how to use it?
Yes.
Does it have internet?
Yes.
Is it from this decade?
Yes.
Okay.
Al Gore helped me start it.
I got you.
No, it is. It is.
All you have to do is come here. You can't watch the game on your computer. Just come here. Or just, for Marshall's case, just go to the game.
Exactly.
Just go to the game.
Yes.
I don't care if it's Presbyterian. Do you care?
You just go watch Marshall play, and that happens to be who is in town this particular night.
I am
going to watch John, CJ, and the gang.
I'm never going to base my attendance at a Marshall game on the
who's
opponent.
There.
No, I'm never going to do it.
No.
Because, one, I've been complaining about people doing it for so long. It kind of be,
Yeah.
hey, wait a minute. You're the one who's been saying that all this time. No, you never complain about the opponent. You just go see Marshall play. I mean, that's always been sort of my philosophy. Now, with that said, I want quality opponents brought into the Henderson Center. I want a quality schedule. I can't complain in football.
No.
You can't there. And I think basketball has been pretty solid.
I think Mr. Hamrick's probably working on some basketball in terms of playing them is one thing, but let's get an H&H. Because I'm still waiting to see who the other home and home he's been talking about since they signed Notre Dame to play them. There's word out there there's a big home and home series coming.
By the way, the guard dog here at the Union Pub and Grill, he's not happy.
No.
He's got my back. I like this.
Yes.
I got a security dog here.
There you go.
Just patrolling, you know. I don't know. Maybe he woke up, heard the show, and started barking. I don't know. He went to the door, though, so I'm not thinking it's me. Maybe it is. I don't know.
He wants a $2 call shot on his water bottle.
That's right. We're here at the Union Pub and Grill every Monday, all day and all night. $2 call shots, $1.50 domestic bottles. And we got the dog barking.
Yes.
Keeping us safe. I don't know. Maybe Herb's around and he's barking at Herb.
Not on
I don't
that
know.
side. Not on that side.
Okay, we'll figure it out. We're here today until 6 o'clock, and you can listen to all of this fun right here on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Now, back to The Drive with Paul Swann on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
We're coming to you today from the Union Pub and Grill, 1125 4th Avenue in Huntington for today's edition of the show. I'm your host, Paul Swann. With me, the former Young Thundering Herd quarterback, Dave Walsh. And, of course, it is Monday. That means all day, all night, $2 call shots, $1.50 domestic bottles. And, of course, you've got us. We're here for at least an hour.
And great service, even after
Great
we're
service.
gone.
We've got a guard dog this hour.
That's
He's
right.
He's not barking at anyone at this moment. So you never know what's going to happen down here at the Union Pub and Grill. Our phone lines this hour brought to you by Miller Lite at 877-420-TALK, 877-420-8255. Miller Lite, hold true, great taste, only, guess what, only 96 calories, Dave.
That's a great number, double-digit number.
It's not triple-digit.
No.
It's a nice double-digit number.
Although I think a lot of people, when they do it, they're really not worried about what that number is when it's in their hand or her hand. It's just down.
Of course, when you come down here, you get the custom beverage.
It takes a while, though, because it keeps there and you have to foam it off and whatever.
You're killing me every week. I mean, you're like a diva up there. No, the foam's not right. No, pour more.
No, they make the order. I just point out to number 2.
Fair enough. All right, so we're here today at the Union as you've gathered by now, and of course the Thundering Herd tomorrow in action, taking on Presbyterian. The women are in action tonight. They are taking on Appalachian State. If they win that game, they could be playing against either Tennessee Tech or Campbell. Unlike the CIT, this one actually has a bracket. So Marshall's women could be facing off against Tennessee Tech or Campbell if they beat Appalachian State, and that would be in the semifinals. And then on the other side, you have Utah State, North Texas, and then Southern Miss and North Alabama. So you could have maybe a Conference USA final.
Could be.
You could have that. You might have a Conference USA semifinal in the WBI.
Right. And if they got Southern Miss, that's a team that beat them. And North Texas, they beat them.
Which team hosts that game? You think Mike Hamrick's like, all right, here's the checkbook.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and guarantee we have a shot in this one.
That's right.
Here's the
checkbook. Or did we
checkbook.
fly to Texas? No, Tennessee Tech or Campbell's not that far, I don't think.
Look this way. If it's North Texas, Mike Hamrick's opening the checkbook
That's
up.
right. That's right.
I'm assuming.
Yes.
I'm assuming he's opening the checkbook
As
up.
opposed to buying tickets.
If it's North Alabama, Southern Miss, I'm sure, okay, yeah, maybe we can go down there for that.
Yeah.
But Tennessee Tech and Campbell, yeah, I'm thinking Marshall's got a semifinal game.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, though. I like how they do this. WBI, it's a pretty straightforward tournament. Unlike the CIT where you're sitting there guessing, like, okay, will Marshall play? When will Marshall play again?
I have a lot of people going like, when they left the other night, they're going like, when do they play again? Well, we think Tuesday. Who they play, have no idea.
Yeah. Tuesday is pretty much guaranteed. And then next Tuesday and next Thursday, and I had to correct a couple of people on this because nobody knows. And it was really easy. All I had to do was go to the website and look at the schedule bracket and then pair that with what I already know and was told. Yeah. Marshall's in the quarterfinals, and then the next game will be the semifinal. And that takes place on the 2nd. The semifinal set. You know why the semifinal and the finals are set? Television. There's actually television for this thing.
I wonder who gets it.
CBS Sports Network.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can find that.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of all this, you actually can watch these final games on a known network.
Yes.
You don't have to go and dig it up on your computer, Dave.
I know. I watched a lot of it on CBS Sports Network.
It's pretty cool, though. So And, of course, ESPN Plus has got the game tonight between Marshall and Appalachian State. I don't know if that's part of the tournament or if that's just because Appalachian State has a partnership with ESPN. So whatever the case may be, I would think that the next game, if Marshall's in it, that probably is going to be on ESPN Plus as well. I would hope at least, because Marshall's got the capability, and I would think that that would be definitely perfect for the fan base.
Yeah, exactly. Because, this time last year, the women's season was over. The men had gotten beat in the first round, second round of the first weekend, and now they didn't make it as far as they wanted to in the beginning, but right now they're still playing.
I wonder what the barrier of entry is to this thing as far as, okay, how much does it cost to host a home game? Because, Marshall made money on the men's side. They didn't lose money on that, and they're hosting another game, and they're not going to lose money on that either.
Yeah, because they're watching the bottom line.
If you show up, Marshall will make money.
Right.
Either off concessions or your ticket price. And I know West Virginia, I don't know how much money they're making, but $10 ticket for their game coming up tonight? They got, Coastal Carolina?
Yeah.
So $10 ticket.
Yeah.
That was pretty fan-friendly.
I would think, but are they the only team with a losing record in tournament play?
I think if they finish this thing as champion, they still would have a losing record. But it's not about that.
No, they're playing.
They're playing and getting experience. They're playing for next year.
Yeah.
That was perfect for them to take that tournament.
Danny's got some seniors leaving, but he's also got some players coming back. And guess what? Just like football, they're getting extra work right now. They're getting extra work. The transfers.
I'm only offering this as an opinion.
Yes.
And I could be told wrong tomorrow, and then I would accept that. But if Marshall was not looking to get Elmore a record, I don't know if they're in this thing.
I don't know either.
But,
I don't know.
Again, that's just an opinion. I have no foundation for making that other than just in past, Marshall's kind of shied away from these things.
Yeah.
And so you look at what's in front of you, like, okay, we got a couple of guys who are pretty close to setting some records here. And this will be a great opportunity for them to get their records. At the same time, you've got some young guys coming up.
Right.
This will be an opportunity for them.
Get
some more work in, so they decide they're going to play this game. And if they're in this situation again next year, do they do this? Do they take this tournament again?
Because I heard maybe one time they had a chance and they bypassed. A few years ago I heard that.
But that was a few years ago. Situation's different now.
It's almost now, but first letter's not an N. They're not, NIT or NCAA.
And they have a positive experiences. Now, you don't want to live in this thing.
No.
Eventually, you want to
move on up.
You want an NIT minimum. NIT minimum is my feeling for a good season. If they don't make the NIT, then it's okay season.
Yeah.
Now, you're not taking anything away from what they did this season. If they win this thing, you're in this to win this. You take this tournament, you better go win it.
That's exactly what they said after the first game. We're not here just to this, that. We want some hardware.
Yeah, you're in this thing to win it. You don't come in and get a game, get a record for John Elmore, and then bow out gracefully. No, you win this thing.
Well, did not North Texas win this last year? They won something last year.
I think it was CBI last
one
year.
of them. So, I mean,
yeah.
Conference Choice has experiences of a team
getting
in and running with it.
But you take this thing and you go.
Right. North Texas did.
I mean, if I'm Marshall, I'm in this thing to win it. Especially for the women. The women are like, look, we're playing more basketball. Shayna Gore wants to go out and just chew on some hardwood right now and play some basketball because if you follow her on social media, she is just chomping at the bit here. It doesn't matter if it's Appalachian State, Tennessee Tech, Campbell. She wants to play this thing.
She wants to lace up the sneakers
and I appreciate
get on
that.
the floor. Yeah.
I appreciate that attitude. And the same thing from the guys. I was talking to Tavion Kinsey last week, and he's like, oh, no, we're here to play. Yeah. We're here. Yeah, this is great that we got this first game, but no, we're here to play and win this thing. And that should be the attitude, because that was not the attitude a few years ago. During the Tom Harrion experiment,
it's like they
that was
it,
not,
it's like get it over with.
That was not the reason they were there. They were just there.
Mail it in.
They did mail it in.
These guys want, they have all intents and purposes to go to what, April 2nd, 4th, whatever it runs through?
April 4th, yes. They'll play until the 4th.
They've got every intention on April 4th, people showing up to watch a game. That's on their mindset.
And they know that even though it's not really a disappointment, but if they don't win this thing, it's a disappointment.
To them,
you take this thing and you don't win it.
Yeah. They had high aspirations of an NCAA. It got nixed earlier than they had hoped. And now they got it's a consolation prize, but at the same time, they want another trophy for the case. Because who knows what you got some guys leaving, but Tavion and the guys that are coming back, you're getting extra work and then something to build on next year.
Well, they already got a trophy for the case. They got a Jim Phelan trophy.
Yeah, I saw that picture. Yeah, I went, Elmore got another one. He's an MVP of that one,
too. He got the MVP trophy, yeah.
So, but it seemed like some of those tournament games had names, but at the main thing, as you put it, they're playing on the hardwood, getting experience, having a chance to represent Marshall and represent them well.
Yeah, if Marshall wins this quarterfinal game tonight, we'll figure out in the next few days who they play, because right now the quarterfinals are set. Marshall's playing the first quarterfinal game tonight. And then you've got NJIT waiting for either Charleston Southern, Hampton, FIU, Green Bay.
Yeah.
Same thing with UL Monroe. They're waiting for their opponent, which is in that grouping. Tonight you also you might figure this out here soon, but the thing is FIU is out there still.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious. Is FIU going to be on the other side? Would they make this an all-conference USA final if FIU was on the other side of this
Their
thing?
third trip to town.
Well,
Possibly.
you know it's going to be their third trip to town. They were probably looking at this thing like, wait a minute.
No.
Really? We're going to Huntington the third time?
Right.
The third time. What if they do and they come in here and they're just mad as can be?
Yeah.
And Elmore and CJ are like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah.
This isn't the same team we beat twice here. We're going to have to bring
They're the ones playing with the attitude.
We're going to have to pack a lunch here because this is going to be all day.
So, you got, 3 teams have to wait to see who they play, correct?
Well, actually, the way it's set up, this is their first quarterfinal game.
Right.
The second quarterfinal game will be on Thursday, and it'll be NJIT awaiting a winner from some of tonight's action.
Yeah.
And then you've got UL Monroe awaiting a winner from some of tonight's action. And then you've got action from yesterday, and you're awaiting the seeding because there is an unseeded or unbracketed fourth quarterfinal game.
Okay.
So you don't know because you just don't know how it's going to break down, what your opponent's going to be. And, of course, going to do this geographically, so whatever makes sense, I'm sure. So maybe it's Charleston Southern. I don't know. Maybe FIU makes sense, and you bring them up for a semifinal.
I think you mentioned Hampton as a possibility. Is still alive?
Hampton and Charleston Southern are playing tonight.
Oh.
So one of those two could
Hampton being that's where my neighborhood where I grew
That
up.
could be the opponent.
I-64 West, come on down. If you're talking geographics.
It could be that way. Again, we don't know. We'll know in a day or two. We'll figure all of this out. But Marshall gets the privilege of playing the first quarterfinal game. And thankfully, somebody has been kind to us schedule-wise to put this together, because if they win this one, they play on April 2nd. And then if they win that one, they play on April 4th.
That's the only time you really have the Thursday, Saturday routine. You play the game, wait a week, play a game, wait a week, play a game. That's fine.
Hey, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Next Tuesday and then next Thursday.
Yeah, considering that, the conference tournament, they played, 4-4 or whatever. They were busy, and they had a couple of swings during the season where they played 5 games in 8 days, whatever. I mean, now you get your legs. Now you have your legs.
They will not do that again.
They will veto anything like that.
I looked at that schedule, and I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that to yourself? I mean, I understand you go take a money game somewhere now and then, but why do you do that to yourself in conference? You don't.
No.
And so, I understand. These kids are young. These kids are resilient, but at the same time,
they're human.
Exactly.
They are human.
They cannot go those long stretches without it being detrimental.
Yeah. That Western Kentucky and then down south was like, play on, get on a bus, play on, get on a plane, get back on a bus and fly home. It's just like, whoa, your head had to be spinning.
I don't care if you have to spread the games out. I don't need to see back-to-back basketball. This works fine for me Tuesday, and then next Tuesday, I'm good. I'm good with that.
Or at least the Thursday, Saturday thing, you're used to that routine.
Yeah, and it's different than the NCAA tournament where you fly to a location and your opponent's flying there, and depending on where you're seated and how they're seated, they might have a slight advantage. But at the same time, you're playing a Thursday, Saturday, or a Friday, Sunday. You're at the same location. You don't have to travel after that first game.
Nope.
And the second game, if you win that, then you travel home and you get ready to go to the next location. So there's travel involved for everybody. Right. Some teams might benefit a little bit more than other teams, but at the same time, look at Cincinnati. It didn't help them. They go up to Columbus. And thanks for playing.
That's right. And then you had
AAC champion, by the way.
So then we had the Marshall, West Virginia reenactment where they sent Liberty and Virginia Tech in the same bracket out to California again, and Virginia Tech won. So now they get to come back to Washington and play.
Yeah, there's no
there's
no geography to this thing.
There's a lot of talk already. Hey, guess who they're playing? Duke.
There's no geography to this thing.
They beat Duke, but Zion did not play. But Virginia Tech's best player wasn't available then either. So we'll see what happens coming this weekend.
Hey, look, it's Duke's tournament. We're all just watching.
After you're thinking like it's Zion said, the gods are looking out. Sometimes you have to steal one.
It's Duke's tournament. We're all just watching.
I mean, people are like, oh.
By the way, if Duke loses this thing, I'm done.
Are you?
Oh, I'm done. I'm so done.
But if you win, you're probably going to go laugh your way to the bank, right?
I don't know yet. I'm going to be honest with you. It's pretty tight in our office pool.
Yeah, but you're still in the hunt, right?
Oh, yeah, but again, I'm not going to sit here and brag.
Well, I know, but as I admitted when we first started, my bracket was hit delete, done. Other than Oregon, nobody. As I said, I pick them. I can't play them. Probably a good thing, but no.
So it's interesting. You look at these brackets here, and you see where some people faltered, but the 1s and 2s got through.
Is it like 1, 2s, and 3s?
I think the 1s
almost
and 2s
everywhere except Oregon.
The 1s and 2s all got through.
Yeah,
that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
All right, we got to hit the break. We've
Yeah.
gone a little over here, and I'm sure back in the studio, Jason Tolley screaming at me, take the commercial break. So we will do that. Come back, and we will carry on today's edition of The Drive, coming to you from the Union Pub and Grill on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Don't worry. Paul Swann has the wheel on The Drive, ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
We're coming to you today from the Union Pub and Grill, as we do every Monday, 1125 4th Avenue in Huntington. Paul Swann and the former Young Thundering Herd quarterback Dave Walsh with you. And every Monday, all day and all night, $2 call shots and $1.50 domestic bottles. And of course, we're here.
We're here.
We're not the main attraction.
No.
I think the $2 call shots.
Yes.
$1.50 domestic. Actually, no, we're probably the main attraction.
Yeah.
Let me
1 and 1A.
Yeah. That sign should read every Monday, all day and all night. $2 call shots, $1.50 domestic bottles, and Paul Swann and Dave Walsh.
5 to 6, you get a bonus.
Yes, exactly. We're the 5 to 6 special. There you go. So we're going to take a quick break here in just a couple minutes. So we went a little long, but the Thundering Herd, of course, taking up the most of our time. We will be in action tomorrow. So no show tomorrow, but we go on the air at 5:30 with our pregame coverage of Marshall and Presbyterian. Dave Walsh will be there. I'll be there.
Yes, the Blue Hose.
You've been wanting to say that all show long.
The Blue Hose.
That's all you're fixated on. Just their name.
I just want to see what their uniforms look like.
They'll be blue.
That's not the only thing I want to see.
They'll be blue. That's it. They're going to be blue. Marshall will wear something.
What if they wear green again?
Green and blue on the court. That would be great. I would love that.
The other night they came out in the green. That was kind of neat.
They can come out in the green, and the Blue Hose can come out in blue.
Hey, it's our home. We'll play. We can wear anything we want.
What if they came out in black?
How about some throwbacks?
No, let's not. No. Well, no. I'm going to stop you right there.
Because some of the NBA and NHL throwbacks, I'm going like, please tell me they didn't wear that.
Danny's idea of a throwback be those short shorts that he was wearing back in the day. No. Because he's old school like that.
They might be banned. They have to be a certain length probably nowadays because they were rather, But some of the throwbacks you've seen on TV, I'm going like, these teams go, I'm going, really? That's what they wore for the whole year? Whew.
Yep.
When they got the little logo on and everything, it flies.
Just come out with those old school jerseys, the Herd on the front.
Socks up to your knees.
Yeah. Actually, I want them to come out in like a uniform with just because it's Danny. Not the we've spent millions of dollars to reformulate the brand logo here. Yeah. No. I want the Herd to come out and that old snorting Marco M. Put that on the front of the jersey.
There you go.
Just that's all you need. Don't even put Marshall on it. Just put that logo there. Just big.
That speaks volumes right there.
Yeah, just have that big snorting Marco, that Block M, that ugly Michigan-esque Block M.
That's right.
The Marco part's cool.
Right.
I've never been a fan of the Block M.
No.
I know that's heresy to some, but I actually like the new M. It's Marshall's M.
Right.
I like that.
Yes. But the blue M.
You can have
depends on where you are.
You could have the logo.
Across the river, the blue M is not very highly thought of.
You can have that old school logo on there. Why not do that?
I'd like to see it one time. Try it.
What if they came out in the green and have those awful gold, that yellow they used to come out? Remember that?
Oh, man.
What was that color scheme about?
Some of those were like, what were they thinking? What were they thinking?
They weren't. That's the thing. They were not thinking.
You realize you have to wear these all year long.
That's what they need to come out in, though. I would just throw it back. I would just make the loudest, gaudiest thing I could as a throwback. Huh? Just get Elmore in something like that one time. Like, buddy, it's your last game, and this is what you're wearing.
And I'm sorry, you got to do it. It's part of your contract.
Contract?
That's your scholarship.
What are you talking about? I'm graduated, Coach.
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about? No, just come out in that terrible-looking yellow. What were they thinking when they did that?
Some of those
you were around? Come on,
explain
that to me.
Some of the color schemes were like, man. Because even myself, I have a hard time when they wear the black. I guess it's part of, if you think Marshall's colors are green and white and they come out and they're all black. But it kind of grows on you after a while because they still work the green in there and the white. But it's just adjusting to the black has been, for us old-timers, a challenge. But we accept it.
I'm good with the black as an accent color.
Yeah.
But, if the kids like it, let them have a black uniform.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
When you have blackouts, you can't wear green.
So I'm thinking I'm on the side of the herd fandom, and maybe it's a minority, but I want to see the green helmets. Kelly green helmets. Can I not get Kelly green helmets?
Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens on
Here's what's going to
the
happen.
opening game when they play VMI.
It's not going to happen while Mike Hamrick is the athletic director, and I respect that.
Okay.
He probably likes the white and traditional, wants it, and I'm good with that.
Yeah.
But I want Kelly green helmets.
You know, some of these people like Oregon, of course, they have the Nike people, but they have color schemes galore and helmet. I mean, every time you see them, it's a different helmet, different this, different that. So
I actually want to see a helmet that looks like a bison. You know, it's like got the bison fur and the horn. I just, go crazy. I want to see something like that. And then like the block M on the back of the helmet. I want to see something like that. It'll never happen in my lifetime.
Wouldn't that be ideal? Come September 6th, they got the Bronco on their side, and the team they play has the Marco thing on their helmet.
But I want
Let's
this.
go.
I want this to look like a water buffalo, from the Flintstones. I want this to look like fur and horn. No, it's not going to happen ever. That's okay. Maybe it's good that I don't design uniforms.
Yeah, but I mean, September 6th, the Broncos with their helmet, Marshall, hey.
No, it'll be standard white helmet.
I know.
It's okay. One more timeout. We come back, we'll wrap it up here at the Union Pub and Grill. I'm Paul Swann with Dave Walsh. This is ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
You're listening to The Drive with Paul Swann on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Coming to you today from the Union Pub and Grill, 1125 4th Avenue in Huntington. I'm Paul Swann with the former Young Thundering Herd quarterback Dave Walsh. And, of course, Dave's here because every Monday, all day and all night, it's $2 call shots, $1.50 domestic bottles. We're here to promote Herbie.
Exactly.
That's what we're here for. We're here to promote Herb Stanley, the proprietor.
Great service. Great service.
Now, Herbie ponies up. I could be talking and doing the show every day from here.
Yeah.
I'm going to need a little extra.
Yes.
I want to see if he can sponsor my fantasy baseball team.
There you go. Or your hockey team.
No, that's done. That season's
already
over.
got that? Oh.
Well, okay. 2 of the 3 leagues I am are in. It's over. Yeah.
Season's over or you're over?
Well, both.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm over. The season's over for 2 of the 3. That's okay. I've got one team left in the championship game. I'm like,
there you go.
Yeah, I know. I'm playing some random dude I never met. That's okay. I'm gonna take it. Yeah, these are actually vicious people I'm playing with. So I'm gonna see if I can take this championship.
There you
home.
go. Get some hardware.
So next Monday, this will be either the victory party or this will be sulking here. I mean, you don't want to lose a championship.
I know. If you're in it, you're in it to win it.
Yeah, right? Exactly. I'm in it to win it. And so what do I do? I don't know what I was thinking. I was asked, hey, you want to do fantasy baseball? Okay. Yeah.
And you're hooked.
Oh, I'm not saying I'm hooked.
But it goes for a long time. All the seasons
I'm commissioner
run
of
forever.
this thing. Yeah, I'm the commissioner of this thing now, so that means I carry a team as well.
And you think the NHL guys started preseason September.
Yeah, but I'm watching that every week.
And the preseason and the commercial for the playoffs, 2 more months, and I'm going like, that's 8 months. 8 months. And baseball's the same way. February till November, if the World Series goes that long. And NFL goes from, July to February.
Yeah, it's okay.
But
we're a league.
They're watching. People are watching.
We're addicted to leagues and things like that. And speaking of gambling addiction,
yes,
fantasy is a little different. 60 Minutes. Did you watch it?
I did not see it. I have to investigate that because you had Mr. Hamrick got a little airtime.
He got a pretty significant amount of airtime. Now, it made sense to invite him onto 60 Minutes because of talking about legalized sports gambling. He, of course, has the experience of working at a university where gambling was legal in the state.
Right in the back door.
And he had a pretty good stance on, look, I've got FBI people coming in here. Marshall's even given a list of all their athletic employees and their student athletes to all the casinos and establishments in West Virginia because they don't want to get the program in trouble.
Right.
So they're putting a little bit more pressure on the student athletes, the employees. Look, you can't do this. And that's something that he's pretty solid on. Like, look, we don't talk about injury. There are some that complain that Marshall doesn't release injury information.
Right.
There's a reason for that.
Right.
It's not like the NFL where everybody's got to release it.
Except Bill Belichick. He'll dance his way around it.
Of course, he'll dance his way around it.
Yeah, but a lot of times we don't know until they walk on the field who's playing and not.
Exactly. And, and even then it's going to be hard because now I have to get a phone. I can load up an app. I can bet on the game while it's going on. So you're going to make this field goal. I mean, it's going to get to that point. We're going to get to real-time betting eventually. Now, that's happening in other countries now, and it'll come here eventually. But I could be at the game. I've got my bet app on.
Yeah.
That might be my new app. Bet app.
There you go.
Here. Load up bet app.
There you go.
And You can real time, like, okay, I'm going to put a $10 wager. He's going to hit this field goal.
Yeah.
I just don't know how that enhances the enjoyment of the game.
Yeah.
For me, I would not want to sit there and number crunch the game.
No.
I want to watch the game.
And there were some people talking about the basketball going. I don't think you can go to the Greyhound track and bet it. I don't think you can do it there, can you?
They've had a problem, actually, with getting that implemented. So I don't think there's basketball betting going on right now.
I mean, some places are, but that's not one of them.
It's not happening at the level they would like it to happen. Eventually, they'll get it to where they want it to be.
Yeah.
But I don't think you can really do it right now because there's more of a infrastructure. There's a problem.
Yes.
I don't know all the details because I'm really, other than the 60 Minutes piece, I haven't been truly following it because, I mean, I know I need to more follow this thing, but I don't care. I'm not going to go bet.
Yeah, I'm not.
I mean, it's not because it's not.
We did a bracket and a couple things, but we're not going to be dropping.
I don't have like a problem with it. It's not like I'm coming at this as from some philosophical high ground, moral high ground. Oh, you shouldn't bet. It's like, okay, I'm not going to drop $10 to go bet on this and then do it again tomorrow. And then do it again tomorrow. And then do it again. I'm not going to do that.
The last time I was at the track, I finished like plus 20, and I said, that's it.
Okay, but how many times do you go to the track?
Not that many, but it's still. But you're losing, and after a while, you just go, that's it.
If you go to the track and maybe once a while and you're going to bet the dogs, okay, that's fine. But I'm talking every day. I'm sitting here from my phone. Okay.
There's a field goal.
Yeah, the Marshall going to win this game. Is he going to hit this field goal? I don't think I want to go through that.
Yeah.
Of course, you're talking to the guy who thinks that fantasy hockey was like a full-time job.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 leagues, man. 3 leagues.
That's a lot of lineups.
I'm setting lineups every day. That's going to do it for this edition. We are here at the Union Pub and Grill. Want to thank everyone for taking care of us here. Don't forget, 1125 4th Avenue in Huntington every Monday at the Union. All day, all night, $2 call shots, $1.50 domestic bottles. Back tomorrow at 5:30 for our pregame coverage. Marshall taking on Presbyterian for the former Young Thundering Herd quarterback Dave Walsh. I'm Paul Swann. This has been The Drive on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
WRBC Huntington, W227BS Huntington, your flagship home of the Marshall Thundering Herd and The Drive with Paul Swann, ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.